Hey, I'm McG, the director of Terminator Salvation. I'm here with my friend Common, and this is Artist on Artist. Check it out and enjoy what we have to talk about. Should we say something interesting?
Come with me if you want to live.
You play a character Barnes in the picture.
Yeah.
And the character Barnes in the picture is effectively Connor's #1 guy.
Yeah.
We see Connor and Barnes moving through the whole picture, taking on Skynet and putting themselves in more and more dangerous positions in the interest of finally trying to win the war against the machines.
You know, I love the action, the motorcycle scene where my stunt guy, I wanted to try that, but I ain't really good on motorcycles.
Yeah, but he damn near snapped his neck.
Yeah.
So it's good that you didn't do that.
Yeah, I ain't need to do that one, but that was a lot of fun just running up the hills. I can't wait to do more of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. The sequel, should there be a sequel, is largely Barnes intensive.
If you can compare yourself to any athlete as a director, who would you use the analogy to say, I'm the such and such of?
I would have to say, unfortunately, Landsberger, because I overcome a grave lack of talent with a tremendous amount of heart.
Yeah.
So I get physical underneath there. I'm not so quick. I use my knees on defense, and it's ugly, but on occasion I get the job done.
Yeah, you get it done. I mean,
That was all bullshit.
I think you're talented.
Now, I want to
man.
go straight to Kobe, man, and just say that I look good doing it.
That's right.
And in a great many ways, I'm silky. What I do is I stay behind the camera and I try to put tremendously talented people in front of the camera. And one of the things that we want to do in this movie was populate the film with a great many talented voices.
Yeah. Who would you say influenced your directing the most?
For me, my biggest influence is Alfred Hitchcock. You know, I
Really?
studied Alfred Hitchcock and just about every film he ever made, and to this day, I still watch a movie every day. I've always been influenced by larger-than-life personalities and people who I regarded as cooler than I am. You know, that's something that I was inspired by your body of work as a musician.
Thank
that
you.
there was a certain consciousness that went into what you were talking about.
I think from music, what I do get is a sense of being able to perform and be able to adjust to difficult situations. Like, because it's times I've been on stage and, the microphone goes out,
Right.
and, or it's a fight in the crowd. I found it difficult or different for me to get to the set and, you really don't shoot until it's time to shoot for you,
Right.
Saying, okay, well, you might get there at 6 a.m., but you might not film till 6 p.m.
Right.
But anyway, I think the musician and the performer part has helped me, because I'm not as nervous. So did you feel a lot of responsibility to bring a lot of the older elements from the earlier films?
Well, yeah, I mean, I wanted to be cognizant of the mythology of the first three films.
I just love that whole film in general, but I love when Arnold was on the motorcycle and doing the, jacking the gun like that. I think after going back watching that, I was like, this dude was incredible, man.
Yeah,
Like, that dude.
it's not easily done.
Yeah.
And that's why we used the Guns N' Roses song, You Could Be Mine.
Right,
But I
right.
wanted to make sure that we began again.
Yeah.
So we fought to find that balance, and it was reflected in the film stock that we used, and we developed our own film to give it that certain look that we had, and every choice we made was to be respectful of the mythology of the first pictures, but ultimately create our own identity, and you play a big part in that. Naturally, your character had never appeared in the earlier pictures, and now you're a big part of what we hope will be a trilogy. It's a shame that we're caught up in so much petty bull today, when if a terrible event like the bombs went off, it would erase all of those petty concerns that we have today. So it's designed to be the kind of movie that's enjoyable for 2 hours when you watch it, but then as you're walking back to the car, you say, hey, the whole thing was about what it is that makes us human, as you see in our friend Sam's performance as Marcus, and you see the becoming story of Connor going from just a garden variety soldier to being the leader of the resistance.
Right, right.
So in that respect, I feel that it contributes to the mythology that James Cameron put in place of Terminator, that we live in a dangerous world and we need to be careful, because if we're not mindful, we're letting the genie out of the bottle and it can ultimately bite us in the ass.
Hey, peace, y'all. This is Common, and I'm chilling with McG, the director from Terminator Salvation, my director. Man, I'm very glad to be in a movie with McG directing, Christian Bale starring Sam Worthington. It's great, y'all. We talking about Terminator Salvation. This is Artist on Artist, MySpace. Y'all stay in tune.